Hey guys, welcome back for another daily crypto market update. Yes, I'm back home in Japan. Yes, I arrived last night. Yes, I am jet lagged. Thank you so much for asking. But you know what? With markets like this, you got to stay awake. This is an insane Sunday/Monday for me over here. We still have about 6 minutes left on the daily close, but BTC is putting in a new local high, currently at $106,000. The crazy part about this is that it is literally right up here at TBO resistance at $106,422. Now, here's the thing. Long historical, as in it's not the current TBO resistance level. The current TBO resistance level is here is 96K. Long levels like this that have happened in the past are considered to be pretty strong. 138 days is pretty strong. So if Bitcoin actually pushes and holds above this level today and into this week, that's a massive, massive move. This is actually a good thing. Plus, yeah, we have another TBO breakout in progress today. This is enough to get excited about. Now, I understand last week was a little bit hard for me to get to my regular posting schedule. I honestly didn't know which day it was or what time it was most of the day, or most of the time I was in Canada. But I told you last week that even with all this weird chop, it doesn't look so great, but I still expect the price of Bitcoin to push higher. And voila, here we are. C'est bon. Yeah, I was in Montreal for just a little while. That's pretty much all I can say. Fantastique. There we go. Done. Now, you might be worried about, actually, I need to go back over here. Volume. Volume is still looking really, really good. The best thing that's happening with today's volume so far is that it is exceeding the moving average. This is a great sign. Notice that it's curling upward. This is the first uptick we've seen since this move back here and it flattened out. We really want to see it just boom, 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 boom. Overwhelming that, like this. We want to see it like Ethereum. We're not there yet for BTC, but still, it's a great move. Plus, RSI is back to being overbought. On-balance volume is above the moving average again. It's a good looking chart. It's a great way to start the day. We don't have any other breakouts here, except for these ones back over here last Thursday, actually 2 weeks ago Thursday, that yielded a nice 4% move so far. But this is great price action. Honestly love it. And the fact that we have a TBO breakout on the daily is massive. Just to give you some context, the last TBO breakouts we saw were back over here in October 2024. Even though the price went against us about 8%, we know that the price rallied another 50%. Okay, maybe that was a one-off. Let's go back to the other ones. Oh no, this one's even better because these TBO breakouts back over here in February 2024 saw the price shoot up another 46%. Notice that they're all in a row together. Even these ones back over here. We saw TBO breakouts in November 2023, and this one saw an overall move of 110%. This is a good move. And to be honest, because BTC is bullish today and it's posting a breakout, I expect everything else to follow. Not initially, but it will. Ethereum is the laggard right now. Ethereum had a little bit of volatility after dumping over here. It dumped about 9%, and now it's almost getting it all back again. The best thing about it, though, is that you should know by now that I don't care about volume in terms of it being bullish or bearish volume per se. Like, I don't care about the red and the green colors. That's why it's all gray on this TBT base to quote currency converter, as long as the moving average is moving up. As long as volume, which are the gray columns here, are exceeding this yellow line, I'm happy. Because if the initial move is to the upside, then this tells me that we should continue moving up to the upside. There's strong, bullish volume momentum happening right here. So this is good. Now, unfortunately, in the short term, we have a minor CME gap, literally super duper minor at 25.27. That's only about $20 away from the current price over here. So it's not really a big deal. That'll get closed probably by the end of this video. Stablecoin dominance is dumping because BTC is pumping and looking really exciting right now. That's great. Nothing really to get terribly excited about yet. It's the same stuff I've been telling you before. As long as stablecoin dominance is below the daily TBO cloud, boom, it's strong bearish. Even if we had these little upticks, even if we tag the TBO fast line right there, it doesn't matter to me. We're still strong bearish, which means that we should continue to see stablecoin dominance fall. Now, my target is here, about 4.94%, this long and strong TBO support line. This is a decrease from the current price, approximately 22%. which means that this would be a massive rally. BTC will go up to 120,000 plus if we're going to continue to see this stay bearish. So this is a great sign. Bitcoin dominance is pumping because the price is pumping. That makes a whole lot of sense to me, to be honest. Now, looking at the price, quote unquote, because it's not really price, it's percentage, it's back above the daily TBO cloud. After printing a TBO close long, the blue diamond, it's expected for the price to retrace back up. Now, I'm looking at this going, yeah, I really do think it should go lower, but the TBO cloud is still kind of pointing up. All four lines are kind of pointing up. It's closing above the cloud. That means it's strong bullish again. On the weekly time frame, it did touch the TBO fast line and it's bouncing up from there. But check out RSI. I'm looking at weekly RSI going, okay, it doesn't have a strong trend anymore. Now, I don't know if this necessarily means that it's going to fall right away, but I do expect Bitcoin dominance to actually retrace and go back down. But if Bitcoin decides to push up higher, decides to go up to 120K, we're going to see Bitcoin dominance move up a lot, maybe even up to 66% or more. So we need to watch out for that. But this is a great dip back down. And I want you to think about performance of alts ever since this happened. When we saw this big transition happen on the 8th, about 11 days ago, alts went absolutely crazy. They had a great time. Pay attention, guys. When we see Bitcoin dominance dumping, closing down 1%, but most importantly, inside of the daily TBO cloud, this is a great sign that we should see relief for alts. We should see them pump. Ethereum dominance is the one that got hit the hardest. Again, I don't know if there's anything about news. I couldn't see anything per se, but wick to wick down 6% is a pretty big move for any dominance. But this one also pumped, what, like 13%? Yeah, in a day. So there's a lot of, thank you very much. There's a lot of volatility happening for this right now, obviously between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, before I go any further, I want to make sure that you guys go to thebettertraders.com. We have a ton of resources, tools, indicators, alerts that are available to you, either through our courses, either through the Better Traders Club. And for those of you that are new to crypto and you're really just trying to figure things out, like you like this idea of checking out the charts and trying to find some good trades, trying to make sense of it all, but you really need the basics, I highly suggest you check out Mastering Assets, the Complete Cryptocurrency Investor. This is a joint course that we did in partnership with Kitco Media, that has Jeremy Zaffron on. I don't know how to say his name correctly, but it's a very interesting name. I think it's Polish, to be honest, but I could be wrong. Okay, now this is awkward. I'm going to stop talking. But Jeremy's a good guy. We did this in partnership with Kitco, and this is a great course. I actually filmed another course with Kitco while I was in Canada last week, but I am like, there's so much more that has to be done to prepare that. So you'll hear about it later. You'll hear about it later. But if you have people that are new to crypto, they really don't understand what it is, how to buy it, how to store it, how to trade it with the long-term investor perspective, that's the course to take. Now, let's talk about some of these trading pairs here with all these flags, okay? So let me scoot this out a little bit too. It's so nice to be back in the office. I loved traveling. I had a great time. It's nice to be back in my cage. I feel safe again. Looking here at Link, it had explosive volume yesterday, which is great. I'm really happy with how Link is looking. Plus, on the 4-hour time frame, we saw a TBT bullish divergence signal print. When we see these print and the TBO slow line is pointing up or like either strong up or kind of flat to the side, this is a good bullish reversal signal. I won't be surprised if Link retraces back down here to about $15.36, but ultimately going back up to $17 makes a whole lot of sense. Ohm printed another TBT bullish divergence signal. Now, for all of you that have been watching this chart, yes, I'm not giving up on it in terms of me saying like, okay, yeah, this one is cooked. It could have a turnaround, but to be honest, like it's still massively oversold. RSI is just slowly starting to look decent again, but volume is still way down. It's still massively beat up. Yes, I understand that the moving average for on-balance volume is kind of flattening out, but I'm not going to get excited until we see it do this. That's really the only time that we should get excited about Ohm. And until that happens, it's still massively strong bearish. Now, If you're looking for a short-term target's going to be the TBO fast line, which is at about 56 cents. Yes, I know that it could go a lot higher. It could go back up to 88 cents again, but at least, guys, at least it's holding the 786 fib level. That's a positive sign in my book. Even though volume's weak, price action is really weak, at least it's holding this 786 fib level. So take that into account as being a positive sign. Ronin, this one just printed a TBO, or rather confirmed a TBO open long on this newly closed daily candle. Hooray! Now, while it does not mean, as you guys have heard me say many times before, it does not mean that the price is just instantly going to start pumping up to $1 million, but it confirms a bullish uptrend. This is the very start, and I will tell you right now from looking at so many charts, the very beginning, whenever you see these first print, you're like, really? I don't know if this is really going to go up higher. But case in point, hype. This one printed a TBO open long way back over here in April 21st. And yes, it went up about 7%, but it also retraced 7% down. Ultimately, though, it's up 50% since the TBO open long. We could say that about so many other charts. So just because it looks like, I don't know about that. I mean, this chart's still massively oversold. Doesn't really look bullish. Nothing's really happening. Volume's not there. On balance, blah, 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 blah. I get it. I get it. And you know what? It could be a false alarm. It could be a false not false open long, but it couldn't be as strong bullish as we would think. But to be honest, I've seen these print and the charts just rip after that. Maybe not all the way back up to TBO resistance for Ronin. That's up here at about 235, which is a pretty nice increase from the current price. About 240%. I'm not saying it's going to hit that target right now today, but again, the whole purpose of the TBO is it's the trending breakout indicator. It lets us know when we have a strong bullish or strong bearish trend confirmed. And if Bitcoin remains bullish, then I expect Ronin and all these other coins to follow. Okay, so take that in mind. Hype, this one confirmed a TBO breakout on Saturday. Now, I must have missed this while I was traveling. Again, it's not as easy to check up on charts and do all these updates and stuff while you're traveling. I'm sure some of you know that, but this is a bullish sign. This is actually the first breakout that we've seen. And the best part about this is that even though the price is already up, I said like 50%, we haven't seen this explosive move yet for Hyperliquid. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, we've seen these TBO breakouts either close together or scattered, and we've seen the benefit of that. But the thing that makes me excited about this breakout is that it's really close to resistance, which means that we could see Hyperliquid pump a lot higher. How high? Let's see. So we're looking, actually, it's looking really good. The obvious first target is going to be the retracement, and not even there, like below, so like $40. So looking at that to the current price is like 45% increase. If things really rip for Hyperliquid, yeah, of course, going up here to the 272 or to the 618 to like $100 is possible. But the breakout is a great sign right there, that white dot from the TBO. PEPE, this one had a very explosive close. I don't know what happened necessarily. I saw some posts about Coinbase and people getting happy, but I'm pretty sure PEPE's been on Coinbase for a while. But even still, there doesn't necessarily have to be news to explain charts pumping. And note, this is a meme coin. Meme coins, and because PEPE is pumping, actually, so many other meme coins are pumping. Brett's pumping, Nero is pumping, SPX is pumping, Giga was pumping, WIF, Shiba Inu, like all of DOGE was pumping as well. Like we're seeing a lot of really exciting action, and don't discount meme coins. I know they might have burned you. Don't discount them for trading. Look at the volume growing for this. Yes, I know it's moving down right now, but that's just because we were starting a new daily candle. When we see volume exceeding the moving average right here, that's a brilliant sign. That is a wonderful sign. Look at on-balance volume too. This is crazy strong bullish. So PEPE should rip higher. No, we don't have any new breakouts, but I have this here as a breakout because I'm expecting one to pop. I'm expecting to see one fairly soon, to be honest. Grass. We've been watching this one for a long time, seeing all these TBO closed shorts, all of these orange diamonds. I think we saw, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. And then finally, last week on Tuesday, we saw a decent move. We have a confirmed open long, and we saw a little bit of nothing happening. And yesterday, boom, 14%. And the volume is exceeding the moving average again, which is great. Now, I don't personally know anything about grass. I don't care about what this company does. I went to consensus, and this is going to be another video talking about fundamentals and stuff. So much of this stuff is just made up fairy tale nonsense, honestly. I don't care if it offends people that are in love with grass or PEPE or hype. I don't care. Price action tells the story every time. You can have Charles Hoskinson up there talking about ADA. You have Sergey Navaraza, however you say his last name, up there talking about Chainlink. Price barely moves when they make these big announcements. We're not at that stage of the market, so it doesn't matter. I don't care what these companies do. I care what the charts are doing, because the charts tell me how excited the overall market is. So going back to that concept, right now, I think grass could and should be able to move up higher. Yes, we're looking at on-balance volume has been moving up ever since the beginning of April, even though the price hasn't, showing us bullish momentum. This is also why I've been talking about it so much. It's taken months for it to actually do something, but patience pays. Now, one little bearish note here, Telcoin on KuCoin. This one printed a TBO open short. Now, I don't expect it to keep going lower, but one thing that's really important and worth observing right now about this chart is that whenever we have a sideways TBO cloud, actually this one is kind of trending down like this, it's not a good sign of strength. We really want to see the cloud, all the lines moving up together. When we see all the lines moving up together, that's a sign of strong bullish strength. But when it's sideways, there's a real lack of a trend, and that's what we've been seeing for Telcoin. Eventually, this will turn around. We're going to see it go up a lot higher, but we do have an open short, which is not positive per se. But what it does do is that it allows us to flip the TBO, in that now that we have this, now we're waiting to see another TBO close short and an open long and then breakouts. So unfortunately, this open long ended up seeing the price drag down about 23%, and now it's flipped bearish. It happens. It's unfortunate. So this is also like a cautionary tale with Ron, which has printed a TBO open long. Okay. So let's go into these guys, these must-watch coins. XRP is struggling to push above overhead resistance right here, the same line that we've been battling ever since it put this high in on the scam pump on Sunday, March 2nd. So yes, we saw it actually confirm it and break it. We have 1, 2, 3 days above, and then it dumped on Thursday the 15th last week, and now it's back up again. So annoying. But the main thing is that even with these pullbacks, as long as we have a confirmed open long on the TBO, yes, we can go up 13%, we can go down 13%, but ultimately, this is confirming our bullish uptrend. Now, is the TBO cloud bullish? Not really. So we really need to exercise caution with this. And by the way, I gave you tons of charts while I was traveling last week talking about this concept of this TBO springboard bounce. That's exactly what we're seeing right here. When the price retraces back to the TBO fast line, that's our entry right there. So that's what happened for XRP, and now it's up about 4%. XRP is a slow mover, so 4% is actually decent. DOGE, this one had a really nice close, up about 8%. No, we don't have any breakouts. No, nothing is really happening significantly, other than the fact that volume is looking really good. Wow, it looks huge. Volume is looking really, really good here. Similar to PEPE, I get the feeling that memes are going to start pumping again and go like a lot higher. So basically, this is like the second wind getting started. And you can see that growth starting here for volume as well. It's a huge shift. We've been seeing volume just looking obliterated ever since December, just down, 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 down. And now we're seeing it start to move up higher. When we're seeing volume moving up higher and the price is also reflecting that bullish growth, that means that the momentum is up. We have bullish momentum moving higher. WIF also closed up 14% yesterday, which is incredible. We can see that volume exceeded the moving average. We can see that on-balance volume is still strong bullish. We can see that the price is still above the daily TBO cloud. And I mentioned to you last week that I actually had this trade closed automatically for me on Altrady. Now, before you go, oh, too bad for you. Are you kidding me? I closed 92% profit without leverage, and I made a nice $346, 100% passively. How could I not be excited about this? This is amazing. And this was using the TBO as my deal start condition or as my trigger. So the TBO opened along here on May 7th before this massive move up higher. I I took partial profits here at about 100 and something percent. I think I can't even see the price. Ugh, it's all, and we have to do this. There we go. It's all squished because it's zoomed in. But taking partial profits at 111%, and why I did that, by the way, is right here. I saw the price struggling to push initially above overhead resistance. So while I do think it really can and it really will, I just thought, I'm going to take some profits out right here. This is the best decision. I didn't sell everything. I just took out half. So I actually have a really amazing trade right here that was used. Rather, the TBO opened it for me automatically. I'm still managing and monitoring the position. So I'm taking partial profits as the price goes up, and it closed it for me automatically. On that same note, my BTC trade is now starting to pull back. If you remember the pump that happened recently, I've actually been in this trade for a long time. I've been in this trade back since February, I want to say. It's been, how many days? 103 days. Whoopee. But the beautiful part about this trade is that when this pump happened, I had an automatic take profit target set, which is great, by Altrady. Even though the price from here went up an additional 8%, you would think that I would be feeling like, oh no, the price is going up higher. I should have sold higher. No, are you serious? I've learned to be satisfied with any amount of profit. I was able to dollar cost average BTC, one of the most bearish charts that's known to man, especially in crypto. This chart is disgusting. It's so bad. So the fact that I bought here and the price went against me 33% is nothing compared to people that bought all the way over here and they're down 78, 80, 95%. It's a bad chart. But the thing I'm trying to tell you right now is that when you make a trading plan, you need to stick to it. You need to see it through, even if that means that you're taking profits on the first pump that happens. This is what I've been repeating to you over and over. So yes, I have higher targets to take profits, but you know what? Now that I've freed up my capital, and even though the price is going against me, I'm not going to be selling here. I'm actually going to be waiting. And if the price retraces all the way back down here again, guess what? I'm going to take those freed up profits. I sold half on that bounce. I'm going to put half of those profits back into the position, which is going to allow me to DCA again. That way I can move my take profit lower. And basically I'm setting myself up for a massive move. I'm already doing really well in terms of profit on this trade. And because Bitcoin is pumping, then that means that I'm actually in a much better position. I actually dodged, look at this. I dodged a bullet. This is, oh man. Day's just getting started, but holy moly. Guys, this is a great way to start the week, especially being back from traveling. Again, if you need more information, more help, you want access to the TBO, you got to get the Better Traders Club subscription. Go to thebettertraders.com, click the link down below, click on the link for club, and I highly suggest taking the trader tier because that gives you access to the TBO, that gives you access to the watchlist trade setups, which I've been I can't wait to just chill. But until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.